Before I start this video, I need y'all to smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. The goal is to make the channel the full-time gig, which means a lot more fight analysis. Fight fam and all Boxing Gyms members and patrons, much love. You already know what it is. Class in session. Naoya Inoue vs Nonito Donaire 2 for 3 belts at Bantamweight. Inoue vs Donaire is what happens when two great boxing IQs combined with great power meet in a squared circle. Let's look at the previous fight, as it's the absolute best indicator for what could possibly happen in the rematch. The basis of Inoue's high-level game is still fundamental, as he establishes a piston-like jab, body and head against Donaire early and often.
Work stage in the contest, and
Inoue dictating, getting into the second half.
His hand position,
I touched on it earlier.
The counter right hand. It's his legacy, that of course is already. Many people choose not
planting his feet, really trying his best to increase the work reps.
With this round in the bank, with
full leverage and full power in the right hand.
The left-handed over a deck. The young.
Then predicates the rest of his arsenal off the jab, jab feints, or jab hand manipulation. Inoue sets a trap with the jab lead hand hook by throwing a quick jab and stepping to the ball of his front foot so he can shift the weight back quickly to his back foot for the lead hand hook. Even without the lead foot loaded, the hook is still snappy.
A momentum shift in round 8.
Simply put, in this fight we are treated to two of the best lead hand hooks in the whole entire sport of boxing.
Try and pick these counter shots.
There he left the trap sector. That will be two. Second half of the fight. Inoue lands a block.
Yeah, the spiteful shot.
His feet are noticeably slower, just beginning to swell a little. Circumstances we know. Stiff right hand lands that time.
Inoue traps Donaire by using a simple step back to throw the lead power in between Donaire's steps as he follows, or he will throw in a level change feint which mimics the stab jabs he's already established and throw the overhand instead.
100% and definitely
exchange right hand counter though from
Inoue uses the most effective versions of the high guard traps, as the high guard isn't constant, so it really looks like he's ready to defend when he throws the shields up. Then instead he slip counters or blocks and counters.
Donaire is hurt here. He's dealing with the glory years of his career.
The monster didn't attack the body all that often against Donaire, but when he did, it was his typical lead hand hook to the liver that hurt Donaire and scored the only knockdown in the fight. Inoue has the tendency to reverse step or shuffle in a straight line. So being an ever-thinking and reactionary fighter Donaire is, he started to throw leaping jabs and swivel jabs to catch Inoue in a mistake, retreating out.
Fight, Darren, as you said, was Donaire's plan.
Take my hats off to the preparation.
Then eventually he achieves the same success with the double jab cross. Donaire initiates offense less than half the time in this fight, but when he did, he found success with feint backhands and lead crosses by timing offense from Inoue or catching him freezing in range.
On their way up, it just takes one contest to remove.
Thought he was stunned for a second there, but he took it very
high. Could that be against at all? Oh, still yet to hold though.
Shout out to Tim Bradley, who mentioned this to me before I even started studying the film. Inoue loves to circle left. In an orthodox closed stance match, circling left means circling towards the power hand of your opponent. While Inoue had success with the jab lead hand hook traps earlier, when Donaire got the timing down, he started punishing the mistake with crosses and overhands, eventually hurting Inoue in the 9th round.
Passed the test so far, but boxing adapt to the likes of Roberto Duran, Larry Holmes, even
face away from his opponent so well. But that's a good right hand. Without a doubt, you know, there's a huge amount of, I mean,
Wow.
that's a lovely right hand. Oh!
Counter right hand from Nonito Donaire.
Wow!
Inoue rocked to his boots, and Donaire now just sensing.
Earlier in the fight, Donaire was throwing his famous or infamous counter lead hand hooks to the liver, which quickly helped him set up the headshot that seemed to hurt Inoue in the second round and affect the fight in a major way, causing a bad cut, which bled into Inoue's eye the majority of the fight. Now, this fight ended in a unanimous decision for Inoue with the cut bleeding into his eye for a large chunk of the fight. Without that cut, how does this fight go? I'd assume that it didn't help Inoue and likely hurt him in the first fight. In the rematch, since Inoue dropped Donaire with the shot to the liver, I suspect that he aims at the liver a bit more often. However, Donaire is still one of the hardest hitting fighters in the division and still has one of the best boxing IQs in the game, although Father Time isn't on his side. He had much more success waiting for Inoue to make mistakes and counterpunching. I favor Inoue more than slightly, but a Donaire knockout wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. Anyway, let me know who you got. Peace.